The fire sale has just begun. Well, I feel like I should say I'm your sick boy, Greg Sykes. Brandon has been doing a great job filling in for me, and he just reported the earlier news that Montez Sweat has been traded to the Chicago Bears for a second-round draft pick, which is such an excellent move by the Washington Commanders, because this is a very high round draft pick. It's almost like a first round draft pick, like a late first round draft pick for the Washington Commanders for Montez Sweat. This was a no-brainer move, but this video is not about that. This video is about Chase Young. And just as soon as I uploaded that video about Montez Sweat, Brandon sends me a text and he says, Chase Young traded to the 49ers for a third rounder. So there you have it, folks. Officially, the fire sale has begun, and the rebuild mode is in effect. And I tell you, this is all about Josh Harris. This has nothing to do about what Ron Rivera and company wants. You know they are not happy about this whatsoever. But I'm reading this right now. The Commanders indeed made Chase Young available following the Montez Sweat trade, and they will send him to one of the NFC favorites. 49ers are acquiring the former defensive rookie of the year. This marks San Francisco's third high-profile defensive line addition this year. The team gave Javon Hargrave a big ticket deal in March, and the Broncos sent over Randy Gregory a few weeks ago. After two sluggish defensive outings, 49ers are not stopping there. Barely an hour before the trade deadline, Young will follow Sweat out of Washington. Young will fetch a 2024 third-round pick from the 49ers. And so now you look at it. The 49ers are going to have a loaded defense. I mean, you're looking at Bosa, Armstead, Hargrave, and Young on that defensive line. Wow. I mean, I mean, what can I say? I'm not happy about Chase Young leaving. I was hoping that, okay, if one of them goes, we're definitely re-signing the other. And if we let both of them go, then we know that the fire sale is in full effect, and they may not be the only ones. At the time of this video, we may hear about yet somebody else being traded. I know there was some talks about Antonio Gibson. Haven't heard anything about him as of yet. But, you know, the role with Antonio Gibson has continued to shrink. I would not be surprised that before 4 o'clock we hear something about Antonio Gibson. So, here you go, folks. Chase Young being traded to the San Francisco 49ers for a third-round draft pick. Just want to take this time to say thank you to Chase Young. Thank you to Montez Sweat. I've loved watching you guys play in Washington. I'll never forget Montez Sweat's big bat of the ball in Dallas that year. That pick off the, what do you call it? Interception in the end zone for a touchdown. It was just really, I tell you, I'm going to miss those guys. I mean, to me, that was going to be the bookends set for the next several years in Washington, and now both of those guys are gone. You know, I would have liked to have kept one of those guys. Sweat probably would have been the better of the two to have kept, but he had the better trade value, And so honestly, I think if you were going to keep the existing coaching regime, then you would have kept one of these guys. Knowing that now you've sent both Chase Young and Montez Sweat away. I mean, pretty much, as I've said before, this coaching staff's fate has been sealed. And we're not done, folks. At the time of this recording, we got 45 minutes to go before the deadline. We could hear something else. So, folks, we will be right back here. We'll record another video if something else happens. But until then, be sure that you support this channel by subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you'll never miss another video release. And on top of that, just make sure that if you really want to support this channel, you look into those channel memberships. All right, folks, we will probably be back. Who knows? If not, then we'll try to do a video on the recap of all of these trades, maybe tomorrow or sometime like that. Until then, folks, hell to the Washington Commanders, and take care, you maniacs.